One fateful night in the Venezuelan plains, an angered father unleashed the true tragedy. I told you not to bring that woman into the family. Like father, like son, the young man could not contain his anger. He gave his father some for his own medicine. When the boy's grandfather found out what happened, the man punished him as he had punished himself before, cursed him to wander eternally without receipt, and I hand him over the dogs so they can finish him off. And there, the boy revived, and he continues wandering through the rest of the savannah, while the remains of his father in vague mourning, when amazing men were chilling his infernal melody. That when it's the hair close, it is far, and when it is hair far, it's close. This is style happening today in the Venezuela plain.
On the day of their anniversary, a young Argentine couple decide to celebrate with a movie outing. That's how they hired the best babysitting service in all of Buenos Aires. A young French woman arrived. Bonsoir, greeted. What beautiful cheeks! They make you want to eat them. She is a perfect babysitter, they thought. The couple had a romantic evening. When they returned to the house, they were greeted by the delicious smell of freshly prepared food. Did the child cry a lot? No way. I even had time to cook. Bon appetit. Once the plates were emptied, the mother wanted to know the recipe for such a delicious meal. Any secret ingredient? Indeed, there was a very special ingredient. What the couple had just eaten was their own baby. Did you enjoy the dinner? This was a real dinner, what happened to a friend of a friend couple, where the babysitter has not yet been found.
In Rio de Janeiro, love can be just around the corner. So it was by pure coincidence that a famous Itzakiret met a beautiful woman. The first dinner ended up in his apartment. There was talk, and then another, and another, love. It was like a beautiful dream, then turned into a horrible nightmare. The next day, he woke up in battle full of ice, with a hardly stitch scarring on his back. The woman had not only stolen his heart, but also his kidney. This is true story. It happened to a well-known Carioca businessman a few years ago, and the band is still performing all over Brazil.
Humble but beautiful. She had the fortune to work in the home of a healthy family in the northwest of Mexico City, and the luck or misfortune of having a secret romance with the young man of the house. Until one day the inevitable happened. It was a disaster. What will the family do if they found out? They will want it. But one night he surprised her by saying, "Go to your home with my children. I will run away and marry you." But the boy missed the wedding. Some say that she went to look for him, but he didn't receive her. It's terrible what a desperate woman can do. After that she disappeared, but if you pay attention at night, she listened to the desolate cry of her repentant soul that they call her La Llorona. This really happened to a well-known family in the Federal District.
For a lone driver, nothing better some company. And that was what a traveler found going along Route 11 near the Codewa Cemetery on the way to Santiago, Chile. Curious? He wanted to know what a young woman was doing alone at night so close to a cemetery. "I came to visit a person I miss a lot," she said. Half an hour later, the passenger arrived at her destination. When she got off, she forgot her scarf in the car. He called her to return it, but the girl had disappeared. She had entered the house so quickly. He was attended by an old lady who told him, "Where did you get it?" "It belonged to my daughter. She died more than 40 years ago." This story is absolutely true, and every year on the girl's death anniversary, some poor devil meets his fate on a desolate Chilean highway. And speaking of destiny, it's time for you to know your end.
northeast of Brazil, the sun burns it like fire. The work is hard and water is scarce, especially if it has been diverted to the fields of the rich. One night, several goods belonging to a powerful landowner appeared but charred. Mysteriously, there was not a single drop of blood, as if they had been completely sucked out. It could only have been one thing: the hungry dogs of his pathetic neighbor. Your dogs have cost me 5 gods. They were not my dogs. That longer has the seal of the chupacabras. Nonsense, ignorant tongue. The hacendado and said goodbye with a warning. Next time, I will return for them and for you. But next night, it happened again. The rest of the gods lay dead and also completely stuffed. Of anger, the hacendado went to fully his threat. When the dogs barked, he answered with shout. Now it was his neighbors. Where was the damn farmer? Had the coward fled when he heard the shots? I told him it was the chupacabra, but he didn't want to listen to me. Little else is known about this horrible creature, except that from time to time it attacks again, and not only is northeastern Brazil, but throughout the country and the entire continent.
In the city of Buenos Aires, people walk fast. As the local Zion Baptist precisely how I went to a young woman who was bringing her twin daughter back from a birthday party. Willard went with her husband because they were late for hours since dinner. The carelessness lies only a few. But the tragedy would accompany her until the end of her days. They say that a misfortune can destroy a marriage. In this case, it had a happy ending. 2 years later, the woman became pregnant. Again to Erin. I'm sent to read Twin Moses again. The girls will of course overprotect and raise without knowing the terrible secret that the family keep. They should not carry the weight of having come into the world to replace their parents' dead sister. One day, fate led them to pass by the Sam Carrefour corner. The mother wanted to spend off the pace, but her daughter stopped in that precipice. And all here we are with Mom, this is where you call it off. This story is completely true. happened very recently in Buenos Aires. And the twins said the room the city pushing children on their car looking for couple to adopt them and take care of them.
What I am going to tell you about happened a while ago in the city of Caracas. One afternoon, a young woman named Luz Maria, her husband, and their baby went to visit her mother. On the outside, I was a perfect married. But on the inside, Luz Maria was sick with jealousy. Like Gregorio, he is mother driver who secretly loved Luz Maria since she was a child thought that if Luz Maria wasn't his, she shouldn't belong to anyone else. When I was time for Jose Luis to leave, he invented an excuse to stay alone with his mother in the law for a while longer and asked Gregorio to take his wife and the baby home. It was the opportunity that Gregorio had been waiting for all his life. So he told her, "Miss Luz Maria, I can no longer keep a terrible truth. Your husband been cheating on the your wife being a mother for a long time." Luz Maria went crazy. An hour later, Jose Luis arrived home and was wondering where Luz Maria is and when her son is reading later. When he picked up the baby, he was shocked as he was covered in gasoline. But his terrible revenge was not over. Gregorio has told me every you have cheated on me with my August. He got you in. We just wanted to give you a surprise. You have ended the life of your family and you will be condemned forever. The lady saw still romance the series in search of revenge. So as you find a beautiful woman who tries to seduce you, ignore her. Here because whoever wants someone else's woman will suffer the consequences.
What I am about to tell you happened very recently in the city of Brasilia. After much insistence, two little brothers got their parents to allow them to come and spend the night in the garden. But recently, they had taken the old Ouija board they found in the attic of their house. If you are afraid, go home to mom and dad. They quickly made contact a spirit from some remote part of Central Europe, responding with incomprehensible words. Sometimes it's better to leave the dead alone. They say that the little boy went crazy and ended up in the psychiatric hospital, and that his parents died of pain. Nobody can accept it. The only concrete thing is that the boy disappeared. Who knows that unsupporting soul has it with him today?
Kids, they always bring trouble. Someone should have warned Antonia, an old woman as rich as Avara, who dedicated her life to rescuing the street children, to provide them with a home and a job. Sorry, the girl stammered. Don't worry, my little one. After all, it's just a glass cup. She never imagined that one day they would bite the same hand that she fed them. Take what you can and let's make this whole bitch. No one ever claimed the manor, not even Antonia. The house was looted several times, and today only its ruins remain, which from time to time bring curious children that they never go out again.